Let's get it. Interesting. You're welcome. Welcome to the stream, everybody. It's a Crypto Rap exclusive. And I'm your gracious host, Why Not? Alright. We're almost good to start. Literally in 1 minute we'll start. You're alright. We are pretty much ready to go now. Man, I've been so busy lately. Okay, let's open this. That's done. Okay. Don't you open up that window. Don't you let out that antidote. We can get started pretty much right now. Welcome. It's good to see you all. It's a pleasure to have you guys. This is a Crypto Rap exclusive, and I'm your host, YNOT. I'm the greatest crypto rapper of all time, and we're locked in the trenches right now. Another day, another dollar. Talking all things cryptocurrency, blockchain technology, decentralized finance, cryptographic encryption. We're talking about altcoins. We're talking about meme coins. We're talking about everything in between coins. From Bitcoin all the way down the ladder, we're talking about the crypto markets, investment finance, decentralized finance, all that and so much more. It's a pleasure to have you guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. This is a Crypto Rap exclusive, and I'm your gracious host, Why Not? And we're about to hit the trenches, take a look for the most high opportunity plays in the market. The goal is to educate and onboard the next generation of investors and empower you guys to achieve financial freedom. I think we can do that and so much more. Welcome, come one, come all. It's good to see you guys, and we are locked in the trenches right now. Another day, another dollar. Yo, welcome. What's up, everybody? It's a pleasure to see you all. Hello, don't be shy. Total crypto market cap is at 2.4 trillion. 111 billion in 24-hour trading volume. We've been at a crawl, moving with 1/4 of the volume that we saw in the market last week. Bitcoin has fallen clean under 70,000. Ethereum has fallen under 2,000. XRP at 140. Solana at 82 and BNB at 616. Pretty much every coin in the market at a low. It's good to see you, Maza. Good to see you, Mars. Which coin? We're literally looking at all of them. I don't know what you mean by that. It's a pleasure to see you guys. Tron is actually up. Doge is down. Hyperliquid, middle of the road. Monero actually up. Litecoin, DAI, Hedera, everything down in that sense. Zcash down quite a bit. Zcash down 50% since their whole team jumped ship. AVAX is a little bit down. Good to see you, Oz. What do I think about BlockDAG? Honestly, I'm pretty bearish on BlockDAG. Let's pull it up. Yeah, I'm pretty bearish on BlockDAG. Here's the funny thing about BlockDAG, right? It claims to be a really big, revolution in blockchain technology, but it's really not. Like, you think if we just had the keys lying around to a whole new kind of cryptocurrency that just would fix everything, do you think that everyone would be excited about it, right? But instead, we just have one single project talking about it. The project's a LARP. It doesn't actually go anywhere. Nobody else cares about this technological revolution. Blockchains are living things. Blockchains can be updated. They can change over time. And the best blockchains do. If BlockDAG as a tech was as revolutionary as everyone says it is, then it should be going crazy right now. It should be adopted by every major chain. But it's not. And that's for good reason. The people behind the tech, they realize that it's just kind of a flashy name and nothing more. I'm pretty bearish on BlockDAG. Monad. So Monad is kind of in an interesting spot in the sense that it's going down, but it's actually up today. So it's up 13% on the single day with an insane candle, looking really confident. Up 14% on the week, down 14% on the month, down 20% on the 3-month, and down on the year. They pretty much just hit the floor and then bounced a little bit. So Monad is interesting because the team pretty much all left. I mean, not all of them, but a lot of high-profile team members have left this project just in the past month. And that's in addition to a bunch of team members having left in October of last year. Overall, they're down a significant percentage of their personnel on the blockchain, including their head of growth, their head of NFTs, some of the people on the back end in blockchain development. All of that is pretty bearish. But they're spending a lot of money. They're spending a lot of money on hackathons. They're spending a lot of money on real-life events and activations. They're spending a lot of money. But I'm not so sure that they're getting a lot of bang for their buck. They're neglecting their DeFi ecosystem. They're neglecting the projects on chain that had motion at the start. They're neglecting pretty much everyone that gives the blockchain heart and soul. And they're investing in builders. But builders are a dime a dozen. Builders are just people that know how to fire up an AI that can make some code. They're not actually building anything that's worth using the chain for yet. If they were, then people would be there. But there's nobody there. It's pretty stagnant. I don't know. Honestly, I'm a little bit bearish on Monad, but at least they're putting in more elbow grease than, for example, Sui. Sui's just washed up. The only thing that Sui's investing in is spam bots that are commenting on every crypto TikTok post. Deep Sea Sonar says, what is going crazy is the Banker coin and NFT. Banker on base. Another coin that I'm relatively bearish on. Let's go pull it up. I'm pretty much bearish on anything base. Base also just got hit with a massive round of layoffs. They are down over 30% of their personnel in the past 3 years, with a lot of high-profile members leaving within the past 2 weeks. They had the worst ad at the Super Bowl, and I don't know what to tell you. Coins fucking 60k market cap on Sol, 40k market cap on base. None of this looks good. None of this actually looks good. You had the dev of Banker on the podcast? That's pretty cool. Like you personally? That's bullish. But everything else is bearish. P, it's good to see you, bro. I'm doing great. Another day, another dollar. Kind of wondering where my viewers are. I'm supposed to have a little more than this. Alex says, Giraffe will send soon. Man, you are coping and bag holding. Let's go take a look. Giraffe. If this is anything less than 2 million market cap, then I'm going to laugh in your face right now on stream. Yep, it's 1.7 million. I'm going to laugh in your face right now on stream. This thing is cooked, bro. Honestly. Giraffe does not look that good. It had a flawless run up where it pretty much went up without any resistance all the way to 4 million market cap. And we watched that happen on my stream yesterday. Since then, it's been a one-way ticket to Pound Town as this chart has gotten rugged left and right and the extractors are finally jumping ship. This was artificially inflated, artificially ran up, and now you're seeing the result of that. It is absolutely collapsing. The KOLs are tweeting, but the KOLs are coping and bag holding. You best believe every single tweet that comes out from a KOL, they did it because they feel guilty because they just sold their stack. These guys are selling as they are tweeting, I promise you. This guy placed a bid at the top to be like, oh, look, I still believe in the coin. Cap. He bought 1.6 mil. He probably sold 1.6K. He probably sold 16K. He's been milking this chart and then he's tweeting about it to make himself feel better about it. Brett. Oldest trick in the KOL playbook. You get the coin, you tweet about it, and then you sell the whole time that you're tweeting about it. Brett, at 60 million, man, this used to be a coin that was worth investing in, but Coinbase scorned them. Coinbase is really funny because they got handed a $1 billion market cap meme coin. I'm familiar with the team behind Brett. I've worked with them on other projects. They ran this coin up to $1 billion market cap. Actually, maybe even 2 billion. Let's go to market cap view here. At the top, they were worth 2 billion market cap. Coinbase never gave them any official support. Coinbase listed other base meme coins before Brett. I don't even think Brett is listed to this day. They listed Toshi when Toshi was a quarter of the market cap of Brett. Brett is the highest market cap of any meme coin to ever exist on Base, and Base has totally ignored them. Base has never cared about them. Base has never given them any proper support. This thing is just absolutely cooked. Raw says, how do you have so many connections? Well, to the dev of Brett, I worked with him on another project. Another project that went over $500 million market cap on Solana. A project that I won't name. But I've been in the industry for 10 years. I've been working in the industry for 6 years. I've worked on hundreds of projects. Billions of dollars in market cap represented. I've been to major conferences, rubbed shoulders with the biggest names in the industries. I've been around, bro. It's good to see you guys. We're locked in the trenches right now. Another day, another dollar. Anyways, so I'm not optimistic about Brett. I might have been optimistic about Brett, 3 years ago or whatever. I guess this coin is how old now? 2 years? When did this shit come out? I mean, it came out in May of 2024, so it's almost 2 years ago now. It was really, really bullish that summer of 2024. But base literally ignored them at every turn. And I know from the inside, from my friend who was running the show, the base team literally ignored them. Like, they tried to work with base so many times. They tried to increase the profile of the platform. They had created the only multi-billion-dollar blue chip meme coin on the entire base chain, and Coinbase ignored them. Why? Because low-key they were kind of farming it. Low-key they had a lot of internal supply. Like, low-key it wasn't the best flagship meme coin to prop up. But still, the numbers don't lie. That shit went to fucking $2 billion market cap. It's crazy. ZAuth now up to 7 million. We've been following this coin since well under $1 million market cap. So far so great. A ton of volume on this. This is one of the strongest tech plays in the market right now. And this thing has just been chugging non-stop. A really impressive chart. So far so great. ZAuth. It's a tech that's been picked up from a lot of different people. Big Kahuna says, since we're talking about base, I got one for you. Clobster. That's funny. A lot of people on base now, probably because they added a DEX to their actual platform. Let's go pull up Clobster. I don't care about base chain. I think base chain's pretty obsolete. If you look at my recent video, you'll see the founder of Ethereum said that layer 2s are obsolete. That means that base chain is obsolete, according to the founder of Ethereum, the guy who made the blockchain that base is based on. Isn't that crazy? Now, as for the coins on base, none of them are very good. You can see that this thing got crimed up to 174k in the first minute. This was a bundle and a farm. Jitbra says BFS coin. Jitbra, BFS is a rug pull. It's a rug pull. Like, they literally stole your money. They robbed you. This coin was at $200 million market cap. Now it's at $3 million market cap. That's a 99% retrace. 99% down from the all-time high. My genuine question for you is, why are you asking about this? Why are you asking about a coin that's down 99% since it came out? Yes, this is BFS. This is BFS right here. This is the coin that you're asking me about. It's down 99%. Crazy. Can you give some thoughts on Big Trout? I really don't care about Big Trout. I never was bullish on it in the first place. They climbed the chart up to 6-7 million. Guess it topped out at 9 million. Now it's done nothing but go down since February 6th. Today is February 10th. That means 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th, 4 days, 5 days almost in a row where this chart has done nothing but go down. Why would you hold a chart that does nothing but go down in 5 days? You realize there's coins that have actually been going up in that time, right? You're wasting your time with this one. Buttcoin, kind of a similar story. While I'm more bullish on Buttcoin because it's actually up there, it's very hard to sustain a coin of this market cap in the current market conditions. 26 million, down from an all-time high of 50 million. Again, this is a coin that's done nothing but go down for the past 5 days. Why? Why bother? 5 days of just going down. What's the point of holding something that just goes down for 5 days? If I wanted to hold something that just went down all week, I would be trading in the stock market, not crypto. Sinclair on Sol. Let's go pull it up. Sinclair. What the heck is this? Baby Sinclair. What on God's green earth is this creature? Is that orangey? What the fuck? This thing was at 1.8 million. It's fallen down quite a bit. It's 4 days old. Now it's crawling up again. 600k. It doesn't look particularly bullish to me, honestly. Best days seem to be behind it. Good to see you, Alves. Welcome. Banker wallet on base has been good to me. You're the second person to say that, but I'm a little confused. I must have seen the wrong one. I'm trying to see here. Oh, here's Banker wallet. Yeah. Okay, Banker wallet's at 1.4 million. If I wanted something that went down all week, I'd be holding your mom. I guess that's pretty good. I'll use that next time. Yeah, this thing went to 2.3 million. Right now it's at 1.4 million. 11 days, 2 hours old. Decent looking chart, honestly. So Base has done a lot recently. Base has pretty much totally divorced themselves from their SocialFi image. So Base was really leaning into SocialFi. They did the whole creator coin thing. They launched Zora. They launched the Base app, which had a lot of social elements. But now they're totally backtracking on all of that. They no longer care about any of the social elements of their platform. They removed creator rewards. They're sunsetting all the social features of the Base app. And instead, they're leaning into trading. Why? Because they're broke. The whole market is broke. And they're under a lot of scrutiny. They've laid off over 30% of their staff in the past 3 years. They were revealed to be in the Epstein files. Epstein was actually one of the largest initial investors in Base. And their Super Bowl ad was terrible. Cost them $15 million. So they have to make money. And they have to make money somehow. They're not going to make money through creators. They're not going to make money through a social media app. The only way for them to make money is on fees from trading. So they're pivoting the whole company to trading. It's all about trading. They've added prediction markets. They're adding new kinds of markets. And they're leaning into the trading elements of the DEX. They added the Solana DEX. They're adding all these new trading features. And the Base app is pivoting to be a trading app. Why? Because they don't care about culture anymore. They don't care about community anymore. They can't afford to. They have to just take people's money. And how do you take people's money? By getting them to trade on your platform and harvest your fees. I'm talking about Banker Wallet. So Banker Wallet, it's in the name. It's a wallet. And so I'm not surprised this is running up. They've aligned themselves with AI. Over 50% of the code at the Base company has to be written by AI. That's like their internal benchmark. And if you don't use AI while you work at Base, they will actually fire you. They've laid off dozens of engineers who don't use AI in their work. So the pivot towards AI, the pivot towards trading, all of this makes sense for Banker Coin. The unfortunate thing is this is still a Base chain coin. Layer 2s are obsolete according to Vitalik, the founder of Ethereum. So this coin is 11 days old and the best they could scrape together is 2 million market cap. Not the best for a flagship meme coin on their platform. So Base is really struggling right now, if I'm being honest. Alves says, brother, do you mind checking Juicebox? Nothing to do with Jews, by the way. The fuck you talking? What? I never said it was, bro. What is? It's literally a juice box. Are you serious? What the fuck, man? You talking about this thing right here? $6 million market cap. Really, bro? Really? 6 million? Man, get your ass on, boy. Come on, man. That's fucked up. Are you serious? That's fucked up, bro. Come on, man. Anyways, the chart looks really good. It went from 200K all the way up to 6.767 mil. So far, so great on the chart. It's actually got one of the better looking charts in the whole industry right now. You made 1.2 thousand? Nice. Yeah, it's shredded up like crazy. I mean, I guess I don't know what's going on here, and they're not doing a good job of describing it. They do have a website, juiceeverything.com. Stop watching charts, start trading smart. Everything you need for success. Juice provides a complete suite of tools to manage and grow your Solana tokens. It's a Telegram bot. Creator burn, strategic buybacks, holder benefits. Look at this 3D bubble map they have. That's pretty nifty. Okay. It's an automated what? Automated token management, liquidity, burning, market making. So it's an all-in-one token support project where you launch a new coin and you can use this platform to help run your coin up. America says, Waymo cars are actually driven remotely by non-English from the Philippines. Oh my god, my robot car is not actually driven by a robot? Who would have thought? That explains why they ran over that cat in San Francisco. I'm not gonna lie, Waymos are like one of the worst things to ever happen to the planet. Waymos are pretty fucking dumb. What do I think about Banker? I think it's garbage. Does it show up here somewhere? Here's the real one. $98 million market cap. This is the golden child of the base chain. This is their flagship coin at this point in the market. I zoom out a little bit. Recently bottomed out around 20 mil, shredded right up to 100 mil in just about 2 or 3 weeks. It's a AI powered crypto companion. You can buy, sell, swap, place limit orders, and manage your wallet by sending a message. You can interact with them through Twitter, Farcaster, or the Banker private terminal. So it's literally a robot that trades for you. And you can say, Banker, buy this coin at 50,000 market cap, then take 50% profit at 100,000 market cap, and let the rest ride. Adjust your trading strategy to scale out 3% at a time up between 100,000 and 300,000 market cap, and then full stack dump at 500K. And then the robot will just do that for you. How are you feeling about Buttcoin? Community locking 10K coins for a year. Locking coins is like oldest trick in the book. It's not actually bullish. DRB is the next banker. Been saying this for weeks. So here's my thing. Like, all you guys that are shilling base chain coins right now, you guys are ignoring the fact that not even Base believes in the base chain anymore. Base is pretty much sunsetting the base chain. The base chain has been deemed obsolete by the founder of Ethereum. Base chain is cooked. Like, it's not going to be a thing. So as bullish as you guys might be on these random AI shitcoins on Base, nobody's bullish on Base. If the whole chain fails, if the whole chain flops and flounders, then there's going to be no point to have these coins on these chains. There's already been many high-profile Base projects that have bridged to Ethereum. Many high-profile Monad projects that have bridged to Ethereum. All roads are leading back to ETH at this point in the market. But anyways, I'm just pretty bearish in general on Base. Base is on ETH, LOL? Yes. Yes. And the fact that you don't know that is pretty disturbing. Base is a layer 2 of Ethereum. The entire Base chain is built as secondary infrastructure on top of Ethereum. The founder of Ethereum himself, Vitalik Buterin, he came and said, layer 2s are obsolete. Layer 2s have failed. Layer 2s need to change the way that they operate. I'm not bullish on ETH either. I think ETH is pretty cooked as well. The fucking founder of ETH sold 6% of his holdings last week. If the founder is selling millions of dollars of the token, then who the fuck's supposed to support it? Straight up, the founder himself doesn't even believe in ETH. So who's supposed to believe in ETH? He's basically taking the whole chain down, crashing it with no survivors. Base's best bet, and this might be a bold statement, and I'm not even totally convinced on this. Base's best bet is to launch a new blockchain that is entirely self-contained. A true Base chain. Rather than Base Ethereum, they ICO a Base token and they make a Base chain. I don't see why not. I mean, they need the money. That much is clear. Can you look at the new Valentine's, please? 1 hour old. No. I'm not going to look at a Valentine's Day coin 4 days before Valentine's Day. That's just silly. Every single Valentine's Day coin is going straight to zero pretty soon. Whalentine is the only Valentine's Day coin worth looking at, and even that's starting to struggle in the top of its range. What about H-bar? I'm pretty bearish on H-bar. I've been bearish on H-bar for over 6 years now. But recently, for the first time, I saw something that actually made me kind of bullish on H-bar. I forgot what it was. But yeah. It might actually be interesting. At least it's not XRP. Doge at 5 cents is a buy. Yeah, I got a level with you, Chief. It's not. Sui at 30 cents? That's crazy. Didn't that thing used to be like $1? Didn't it used to be like a couple dollars? I guess it's at 92 cents. It is at $1. Thing used to be $4. It's rugging right now. Yeah, Sui's cooked. I'm not gonna lie. Sui is actually one of the worst coins. Bro's getting mad. If DRB was on Sol, you would be so impressed that Grok made it and is the #1 holder. Twangs, do you know what a LARP is? Live action roleplay? You know, I could just take a bunch of tokens and send them to a random person that's never going to sell and then say that they're the top holder. Like if I launched a coin on Pump Fun right now and I sent the coins to a wallet and I said that Brad Pitt was the top holder, that wouldn't actually be bullish. It would just be ridiculous. That's what they did with Grok. Grok did not actually make a wallet and get tokens deposited that he's managing. That shit is cap. Elon likes debt relief. Elon likes Grok. Think. Elon does not like debt relief. And no, Grok did not make the token, bro. Grok did not go on chain and deploy a token himself and then have a wallet where he bought supply and held it. A human being did that on behalf of Grok and then told you guys that Grok did it. I know you're new to this, Twangs, but there was something called the AI coin super cycle about 1.5 years ago. There was a lot of AI coins that came out. And they all pretended that an AI made the coin, and they all pretended that an AI held the coin. Do you know what ended up happening? All of the human beings that lied and pretended that it was AI sold their tokens, stole millions, and all of those tokens went to zero. For example, Zerbro. Zerbro actually just had a lawsuit filed against them this week. The founders of Zerbro are now going to have to go to court to answer for this coin that they told everyone was made and managed by an AI, but was actually made by a real human being who stole millions of dollars from the token. This was a coin that used to be at almost $1 billion market cap, over 100 times bigger than that coin that you're talking to me about. 100 times bigger than that coin, and it went straight to zero because a human being that lied about it being made by an AI stole money from it. The same thing is happening with Debt Relief Bot. The team that made the coin is human beings. They lie to you guys, they pretend that it's AI, and then they have been selling the whole time. Period. There's no infrastructure. There is no on-chain infrastructure for Grok to navigate crypto. Grok is not AGI. Grok is a text terminal, like ChatGPT. It's like asking ChatGPT, hey, ChatGPT, if you were to make a meme coin, what would it be called? Then he tells you, and then you just screenshot that, and then you just put that onto Pump Fund, and then you say, oh, ChatGPT made a coin. And then you go back to ChatGPT and you say, ChatGPT, type a randomly generated wallet address that I can use to send tokens to you. And then ChatGPT gives you a wallet address, you send the tokens there, and then you say, oh my God, guys, ChatGPT is the largest holder. Pigna says, I have shame. I bought 5,000 of XRP and I'm down 25%. Hold and pray for break even or sell for better ops. Pig and Poke, you should definitely feel shame for buying 5,000 of XRP. Buying 5,000 of XRP is probably the most shameful thing that you could ever do in cryptocurrency. Now, as for whether you should hold it and wait for it to recover or sell for better opportunities, there's something called the sunk cost fallacy. The sunk cost fallacy. And this is something that applies to crypto quite often. It's the phenomenon whereby a person is reluctant to abandon a strategy or course of action because they have invested heavily in it, even when it is clear that abandonment would be more beneficial. The sunk cost fallacy says, oh, I already spent so much time. Oh, I already spent so much money. Oh, I already spent so much effort doing this thing. So even though it's not the right thing, I should probably just keep doing it because we might as well just get it over with, right? The truth is, nobody's holding a gun up to your head and telling you to hold XRP. XRP is not the top performing asset in the market. It has not been the top performing asset in the market for over 6 years now. And it will never again be the top performing asset in the market. For as long as we live, there will be coins that perform better than XRP. Period. Bar none. In crypto, there's something called an opportunity cost. That's another phenomenon. Look, what is an opportunity cost? An opportunity cost is an economic principle. It's the loss of potential gain from other alternatives when one alternative is chosen. So you chose one course of action, which was spending $5,000 in XRP. Now you are losing on the opportunities of putting that $5,000 elsewhere. That is the opportunity cost. Take these two things together: sunk cost fallacy and opportunity cost. You have an opportunity cost because you bought a coin that's done nothing but go down since you bought it, and you've been holding it for a long time and done nothing but go down. Meanwhile, there's been other opportunities out in the market that have actually gone up that you have missed out on because your money is parked in something that's going down. Now, the sunk cost fallacy tells you, oh, I already bought it anyways, and I'm already holding it down 25%. I might as well just keep holding it until it goes back up again, right? Now, that is, like I said, it's a fallacy. Not financial advice, do your own research. But in crypto, there's no reason to hang on to anything. There's no reason to get married to any coin. Crypto has instant transactions, and crypto has low, if not no, fees. So you don't lose anything from swapping your token from one thing to the other. You don't. There's no vesting, there's no staking, there's no holding on to it, there's no savings account. You could swap as freely as you ever could. So that XRP you have that you've lost money on for the past few weeks, you could have just switched that out to something else. You could do it right now. No fees, instant transaction time, and have your money start actually going up. Meanwhile, XRP is going to continue trending downwards for the next few months, right? So that's, again, not financial advice, do your own research, but a couple of economic and philosophical concepts that might guide your thinking with regards to bag holding XRP for long periods of time. Kishkush says, bro, please tell us about ChatGPT coin. My God, people have the brain of a cucumber in my chat. ChatGPT coin was a fake. It was a fake thought exercise that I was describing. There's no such thing as ChatGPT coin. That was the whole point of me saying it. I said that you could go to ChatGPT. Look, I'll do it right now. I'll go to ChatGPT and I'll say, if you could make a meme coin, what would you call it? Here are some banger meme coins names. You see, ChatGPT just gave me a list of banger meme coin names. One of them was Yap, yet another pump. Great. Now give me a randomly generated working Solana address that you might theoretically have. And now ChatGPT just gave me a fake random, you see, it just gave me a fake random wallet address. So now I launched the Yap coin because ChatGPT told me to. And then I send the supply to that fake wallet address because ChatGPT told it to me. And then I pretend to everyone that ChatGPT made a coin and holds the coin. That's what I'm saying. The shit is fake. Anybody could do it. It takes 5 seconds. Kishkush, I don't give a fuck about that coin. I don't give a fuck about that coin. I don't. It is a rug. Undercover Titan says ETH founder sells 14,000 of 241,000. He only has 221,000 left. Come on, bro. Yes. Last week, the ETH founder has unloaded over 6%. Over 6% of his holdings. He's sold. He's selling. The Ethereum founder is selling millions of dollars of the Ethereum token while everyone else is supposed to buy? While everyone else is supposed to be bullish? Everyone else is supposed to invest in it? but the founder himself is selling? Make it make sense, chat. Make it make sense. That's a small amount. 6% of his holdings is a small amount. 6% of his holdings. Imagine if Jeff Bezos just sold 6% of his equity. Imagine if Elon Musk just sold 6% of his equity in Tesla. That's not a small amount, bro. That is a statistically significant amount. Statistically significant amount. Millions of dollars. Vitalik sold to fund more Ethereum projects, bro. Vitalik has sold hundreds of millions of dollars worth of Ethereum meme coins to donate to charities. Charities. He sold millions of dollars to donate to charities. Same charities that were listed in the Epstein files as going to different countries to bring back babies that they could eat. Vitalik donated millions of dollars to charities to go and acquire babies to eat. Are you serious, guys? Come on. That's crazy. Let's keep looking. Theorist up to 130,000. We've been watching this all the way down at 30K, 40K. Now it's up to 135K. So far, so great. Vitalik's biggest mistake is transparency. When the Solana Foundation sells their Solana tokens, nobody knows. Nobody knows when the Sol founders are selling their Sol tokens. Nobody even knows how much they truly have. And you best believe the Solana Foundation is selling tokens all the time. But nobody knows. It's all privately done. So you can't get mad about it. It can't be FUD. Even though the supply is inflationary and most of that inflation goes directly into their pockets and they're selling on top of our heads, nobody can actually FUD about it because it's all theoretical. Vitalik, he's done it all in public, right? And that's honestly the biggest challenge that he faces. Again, do you think I care? Do you think I care that he's selling 6% of his supply? I don't give a fuck. I honestly don't. But it makes for an easy headline. It makes for an easy sensationalist claim that's easy to FUD the token. Now, one thing he did that was pretty bearish was saying that layer 2s of his blockchain are obsolete. That means Arbitrum, Base Chain, Abstract. He came out and said that they are worthless, that they are failed products. He did so because he wants to scale Ethereum's layer 1, right? He's trying to improve ETH at the very foundation. That's bullish. But did he have to tear down multi-billion-dollar protocols to do that? I don't think so, honestly. Jamesy says, Tether prints more coins and buys gold with it. Infinite money. Yeah, well, the founder of Tether was close personal friends with Jeffrey Epstein, so who's surprised about that? What do I think about Valentine's? It's 4 days away. Any Valentine's Day coin is going to be at 0 in 4 days. Valentine's Day coins are not bullish in the current market. Look at this. 200K at the top. This thing just did a times 5 from when we first pulled it up on the stream. So far, so good. What's your platform, sir? This is Axiom. Axiom.trade. The link is right down there in the chat. KJ Horn, that's dope, bro. You're in at 50K, then you're up a clean little 300%. Not bad at all. What's your opinion on Beam? I don't really have an opinion on Beam, honestly. I don't really care for Beam. Let's pull it up. Here's Beam. The chart looks terrible, man. Chart's done nothing but go down since December of 2 years ago. Over a year. Over a year of the chart just going down. Literally only down. Why would you hold a coin that just goes down for a full year, bro? You might as well just hold XRP. Take a look at this, guys, because this is interesting. Layer 0 is trending in the market right now, getting a lot of motion on the chart. Layer 0 also has a downward trend in their chart, but something interesting about what's happening here. Recently, rumors are swirling that Layer 0 is starting to beef with Solana. And they had a close relationship with Solana. Now the word on the street is that within this week, Layer Zero is going to announce a whole new blockchain infrastructure. Their biggest release of an update, their biggest release of a product in their company's history could be happening this week. So that's why this thing's starting to get a little bit of buzz on it. Definitely something to keep an eye out for. Is the HashSphere protocol on Hedera create a private blockchain that runs in parallel to their public? I don't know. I'm honestly, I don't pay any attention to Hedera. I sincerely don't care about them. But it could be. Every major altcoin that's been grifting for the past 10 years is now pivoting to privacy coins to grift even more. For example, Cardano recently pivoted to Midnight because Midnight was their newest grift, and they made billions of dollars on that. And the price of Cardano is just trending down. So I'm not surprised that Hedera, another washed up, obsolete, grifty blockchain, is pivoting to privacy coins. After the success of Zcash, pretty much every major washed up, obsolete layer 1 blockchain is starting to announce privacy protocols. It's too little too late, right? Like Zcash was popping off in the summer of last year. Now even Zcash has crashed to the dust. Monero is the best privacy protocol that's ever existed. I think that's pretty solid. So might appeal to the business sector. Privacy in the business sector don't really get along. It's really difficult to get through regulations with privacy in the business sector. They're usually made to be public and be transparent about a lot of their finances. If they have shareholders, then they have to be public about their finances. So privately traded companies might be able to implement something like that. They might be able to use it for some things that are on the back end, maybe payroll or other stuff like that. But realistically, the regulatory hurdles that they would have to jump through to, at scale, implement privacy protocols in their finances is a little far-fetched. Look at this. This thing has just taken another insane leg up, cracking 300,000 market cap. It's officially times 10 from the first time we saw it on our stream. A guy in the chat was saying that he was in at 50K, which means he's up 6 times right now, which is not bad at all. So far, so great. So far, so great. Axiom with another blue pop-up at the top that says any missing rewards will be backfilled. This is like the third blue pop-up that I've seen at the top of Axiom in the past 2 weeks. They keep dropping the ball on the technical side. One thing that I've always appreciated about Axiom is they've had the most solid, most consistent, most actually functioning, sleek platform. Like it actually works. This is the thing that I've always valued about them. But this is the third time in the past week that they've had this blue pop-up saying that something is broken. Holders has been broken. Rewards has been broken. The platform is starting to slip a little bit, and that makes me a little worried. They have a very small, bundle percent was broken. They have a very small team. I'm talking less than 8 people. Per capita, it's one of the most profitable companies on the planet. Less than 8 people work there, and they've done hundreds of millions of dollars in profit. But they're starting to show some of the growing pains. They're starting to show that maybe they need more team. Maybe they need more tech, more hands on deck. Because the amount of broken things on the app has been really disheartening. I love Axiom. I've loved Axiom for a long time. But this is starting to make me worry about the trajectory of the platform. At least they're honest. At least they're upfront and transparent about the fact that things aren't working. But I don't know, man. It's a little too many things broken in recent history. Let's keep looking around. Chat, we're teaching a class at the top of the hour in about 10 minutes. We're teaching a class on how to survive the bear run. How to survive the bear run. We've been in a bear run for a couple of weeks now, at least. Seems like it might stretch on for a couple of months from here. So we're teaching a class on how to make the most out of the bear run. I've seen quite a few bears in my day. The kinds of stuff that would make your skin crawl. So we'll be talking about all the tips and tricks and how to make the most out of it. What do you recommend besides Axiom? Nothing right now. Axiom is all I recommend right now. Axiom is still the best. even if it's kind of slipping a little bit. I'm sitting down to have a talk with the terminal team pretty soon, so my opinion might shift if they give me enough money. But yeah, any of the top 3 trading terminals are fine. They're all within punching distance of each other. What's up, Calvin? Good to see you. Yo, welcome to the stream, everybody. This is a Crypto Rap exclusive, and I'm your host, Why Not? I'm the greatest crypto rapper of all time, and we're locked in the trenches right now. Another day, another dollar, teaching a class in 10 minutes on how to survive the bear market. Be there or be square. This thing's wicking up. Brand new all-time high coming up on Sol Luna. Sol Luna. Less than 10 minutes old. This thing has already pushed over 100,000 market cap. Crazy God candles flying out the top of this thing. A lot of volume, as you could tell. There's been some coins that have really run. Terminal has a cool alpha signal thing, for sure. Yeah, I haven't used Terminal since they were called Padre, and I know that they've unveiled a lot of updates since then. And back then, there was a lot of quality of life issues, UX and UI issues that really made the platform unusable for me. I really didn't appreciate using it. I was using everything at the time. I used GN, I used Axiom, I used Terminal Padre. I've used, what's it called? I've used Photon, I've used BullX, I've used BonkBot, I've used etc. etc. But yeah, I think of all the platforms right now, Axiom historically has shipped the most and the fastest and had the best updates. But now you can see that Axiom's slipping a little bit with all of these errors they've had in the past few weeks. Meanwhile, Terminal has been shipping faster than anyone else. They've been acquiring new companies, swallowing teams, growing their pie, adding new tech to their stack, and really refining. To me, it's all about tortoise and the hare, right? Just because you were first doesn't mean that you're going to be the best forever. It's all about who ships the fastest, who moves the most consistently. Right now, Terminal has that hunger to become the top platform in the space. And that's pretty interesting to me. Didn't you say Jupiter was pretty good? Yes, Jupiter is good as well. I've also used Jupiter. Insane coin. Explain it. I have no explanation. To me, this coin is totally arbitrary in the way that it's pumped. Calvin says, I'm new to this, man. I put in $800 recently over the past 5 weeks, and I'm barely making profit. Calvin, slow down, cowboy. If you're new to this, you should not be putting $800 in. When you first get started, you're going to lose everything you put in. That's why people tell you to never invest more than you're willing to lose. Never invest more than you're willing to lose. Because you're going to lose. It's a natural part of everyone's journey. Your job is to invest less until you win more. Focus on knowledge instead of trying to get rich quick. You have to learn what you're doing, and you have to have your own dynamic edge in the space. You can't be listening to other people on what to buy, and you can't be just throwing your money around expecting to get rich quick. That's not how it works. You really have to slow down and pay attention. For example, on any given coin, there's literally dozens of metrics, literally dozens of different characteristics of the coin that you can pay attention to. Market cap, volume, liquidity, supply, global fees paid, distribution, holder count. All of these are quantitative metrics. These are numbers. There's a lot of different numbers that make up a coin, and different combinations of different numbers make that coin bullish or bearish. On the flip side, we have community. We have narrative, we have team, we have content, we have website, we have socials. All of these are qualitative characteristics. These are things that are not numbers, but also influence how that coin goes. Broader narrative trends, macro environmental movements, all of these things have an impact on a coin. Whenever you go to invest in a token, you have to weigh all of these different quantitative and qualitative metrics within the broader context of the market, and you have to identify confluence. You have to find the place where they all overlap. It's like a Venn diagram. You're looking for a bullish confluence of a lot of different characteristics in any given coin. That could be dozens of different characteristics. So you really have to pay close attention, and you really have to study. Because when you first get started, you're not going to understand any of them. And you're certainly not going to understand how they fit together. Is that what entropy tracks and measures? Nah, we don't really do anything like that. Entropy is a meme coin that you mine. We're just a meme coin. We're the only Solana meme coin that you mine with physical hardware. This is the mining rig. It's pretty sleek, pretty sexy. Christian says, breathe, my boy. Yes, I'm sick. I've been sick for a few days. I have a terrible cough, a lot of congestion, and still I'm showing up. Still I'm streaming for you guys. Still I'm answering your questions. Still I'm sacrificing my time and also my body, pushing myself to the limits when I'm feeling down and under the weather to be here for you guys. That's what it's all about. What does it do exactly? It yields entropy tokens. It generates entropy. Where can you get that sexy miner? At justentropy.lol. Justentropy.lol. Be extraordinary. Discover Ashlar. Twang says, entropy means chaos. Can only end well, I'm sure. Yes. Entropy is the natural state of the universe. All things trend towards entropy. In the context of this project, it's because the mining rig that I show you generates entropy. What does that mean? If you go here and you look at the dashboard, let me go pull it up. What you'll see is there's actually literally thousands of these mining rigs all across the world. Thousands, every single pink circle that you see is an active mining rig. Thousands of these mining rigs across the world. All of them are generating entropy. What does that mean? Every single one of these mining rigs has a thermometer inside of it, and it's measuring the temperature of the place that it's at. It takes that number of that temperature, an arbitrary number, and it feeds it back into the cloud and cross-references it with the thousands of devices across the world and algorithmically generates a random number based on that. If you're familiar with the wall of randomness at the headquarters in that tech office in San Francisco, of all the lava lamps that are there just moving around, and they take a video of it, and then that generates a random number based on where the lava lamps are at, that's pretty much what we're doing on a global scale. Literally thousands of mining rigs generating arbitrary numbers, generating entropy, generating chaos, randomness. That's what it mines. Good to see you, Cedric. This thing is at 181,000 at the top. So far, so good. Could leverage that as uncrackable encryption for sure, man. I mean, there's a lot of uses for truly random numbers. Could sell it to ChatGPT. Could sell it to a casino. Could make a casino and use it. Class is starting pretty soon. Sounds a bit like helium? Yes, but helium actually does something. And by the way, helium and entropy are pretty closely tied. Like the helium team, we have close connections to the helium team. The reason why it sounds a bit like helium is because they are both DPIN projects, as decentralized physical infrastructure networks. That means that you have a physical hardware that's doing things. Helium is a utility, quote unquote, DPIN project. Entropy is a meme coin. It's the Doge of DPIN. That's what they call us. We don't promise to be anything that we're not. Let me see if I have the... Here you can see the box for our product. It says, it's nothing. It's nothing. That's the joke. It's nothing. You see? It's a meme coin. Doesn't promise to be anything that it's not. It's the Doge of DPIN. Can you use crypto to buy the Ashlar? I think so. I'm pretty sure. A lot of people that are on the helium team and that are in the helium community also own entropy miners. There's a big overlap. They're DPIN enthusiasts. Any DPIN enthusiast can appreciate what's going on here. In the 10 months that the project has existed, we're still the only Solana meme coin that you can mine with physical hardware. We're still the only DPIN meme coin in the entire planet. Crypto's existed for 20 years. We're the only ones that do what we do. Wait, so you get Solana for that? Well, you get entropy tokens, and theoretically you could swap your entropy tokens for Solana. Alright. Class is starting pretty much right now, chat. So get over to the classroom. Let's see. Get over to the classroom. Our class on surviving the bear market is starting right now. What switches your keyboard? A lot of people ask me that, like assuming that it's like some like nice switch. I know it sounds good and it's got decent action, but it's like, I think it's just like the cheapest shit that you get on Amazon. There's really nothing special about it. We'll start the class in approximately 3 minutes. We'll just get some more people in there real quick. My keyboard's sick though, don't get me wrong. Let's see if I can show it to you. You see this? Here's the best part about it, you see? The Solana key. It's got a Solana key. Solana is the escape key, because Solana is your escape from the rat race. It's your escape from the 9 to 5, your escape from the matrix. Alright, we're starting class right now, so I gotta end the stream in about 2 minutes. This is your last chance to go and get in the classroom before we start this class on how to survive the bear run. Be there or be square. All right. Do 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 do. Tropical Guy says, buy VLC, Velcoin, only 21 million, low market cap. Are you serious, Tropical Guy? 21 million is low market cap? Do you see the fucking coins we're looking at right now, bro? This shit has 7,000 market cap, 7,000 market cap, 7,000 market cap, 20,000 market cap, 12,000 market cap. Your shit is literally 1,000 times higher than these coins. And you're talking about low market cap. Man, you got a low amount of brain cells. Get the fuck out of here with that shit, bro. Are you serious?